Greetings to all. In this section, we will discuss the effect of monsoon on pond culture. So, as you all know, monsoon means the period of heavy rainfall. So, due to this heavy rainfall, how this monsoon affecting the pond culture? We are discussing on the topic effect of monsoon on pond culture. So, as you all know, rain generally has a temperature of 5 to 6 degrees Celsius lower than that of environment. And rain is actually, we can say that it is a weak solution of carbonic acid with a pH of 6.2 to 6.4. So, these two factors tend to lower the temperature and pH of the ponds. So, as you all know, temperature and pH of water is a main important parameter of water. Due to changes in temperature and pH of pond water leads to many effects to the culture species. So we will discuss in detail about the effect of monsoon on pond culture. So in monsoon season, the shrimp culture is more affected. So effects on shrimp include cramping, loss of appetite, reduced feed consumption, black gills, etc. And these are the major effects. The major effects caused by monsoon can be broadly divided into two: direct effects and indirect effects. So, under direct effects, it affects the temperature, pH, wave disturbance, dissolved oxygen, alkalinity, sound, salinity, turbidity. So, these are the factors that monsoon affects directly in a pond culture. And moving on to the indirect effects, we can say that in ponds, phytoplankton crash, organic matter accumulation is present or observed during this monsoon season as an adverse effect of monsoon season. So the first one we are discussing about direct effects of monsoon on ponds. So the first and most important parameter of water is temperature. So as we mentioned in the first slide, due to the lowering of temperature and pH is a major cause during monsoon season because rain is a weak carbonic solution of pH 6.2 to 6.4. So during heavy and prolonged rainfall, there will be only less sunlight will be available to the fish pond. So due to the reduction in sunlight, proper photosynthesis and other processes will not take place. So due to less sunlight availability reaching the pond water temperature decreases during monsoon season. And this drop in the water temperature can affect the feed uptake by shrimp and many other cultured species. And the optimal pond water temperature should range in between 13 to 40 degrees Celsius. But during monsoon season, due to rapid drop in temperature, will not allow to maintain this 30 to 40 degree Celsius temperature in pond water. So this is the major direct effect upon temperature during rainy season. Then the next one is pH. pH also have a similar direct effect like that of temperature. It also decreases with increases in rainfall. And rain will directly drop the pH by 0.3 to 1.5 in a very short period. This causes decrease in phytoplankton activity also. Then the third one is dissolved oxygen. So in a pond, main two sources for dissolved oxygen is that first one is using the aerators and second one is due to the presence of phytoplankton. So during prolonged rainfall during monsoon season, the phytoplankton activity slows down because there is only less availability of sunlight reaching the pond. So there won't be taking proper photosynthesis will not be taking place in the pond. So as a result, the amount of dissolved oxygen from the phytoplankton is reduced. So the amount of dissolved oxygen during monsoon season will be decreased. And dissolved oxygen is applied by aerators. In the case of using aerators, if used during monsoon season, if the water is not mixed properly, pond water stratification occurs. So even if we are providing the aeration, the layering of pond exists in water due to not properly mixing of water take place. The water on the surface makes it difficult for the oxygen to dissolve into the rest of the water body due to this stratification. So thus dissolved oxygen from aerator is also reduced. It will not be equally distributed into the different layers of water if stratification occurs. So dissolved oxygen from aerators is also reduced during monsoon season if proper mixing is not taken place. Then the next factor is salinity and alkalinity. So both salinity and alkalinity also decreases with increasing rainfall during monsoon season because it is due to the fact that salt concentration and ionic concentration in water decreases due to high rainfall or due to prolonged rainfall. So in the case of shrimp culture in pond, we can say that shrimp require sufficient amount of minerals during their molting stage in order to harden their shells. So at the time of monsoon, they lack the presence of such minerals due to decreasing in alkalinity. So when salinity or alkalinity drops quickly, molted shrimp will not harden their shell in usual amount of time. Sometimes it may lead to mortality or sometimes it may take much more time than usual. Then the plankton population also got reduced due to low salinity and alkalinity. And the next factor is sound. So during monsoon season, as you all know, the sound of raindrops tapping out to the surface of pond causes a great stress to shrimps and cultured species. So in the case of shrimps, they generally used to hide down at the pond bottom. So when they escape into the pond bottom, what will happen? In pond bottom, there will be less amount of dissolved oxygen will be available and presence of toxic gases will be there and there will be low temperature. So sound makes the cultured species escape into the bottom, but at the bottom area, these are the major problems faced by them. And waves caused by wind action. So the sludge layer in pond bottom is always covered by a grey layer. So due to strong wind creates the wave action. So as a result, this wave action will disturb the grey layer over the sludge layer. As a result, this disturbance caused this layer releases the grey layer used to releases various toxic gases like H2S, ammonia, nitrate, methane, etc. So this is also a direct effect caused in pond due to the at the time of monsoon. Then the next one is turbidity. So as you all know, turbidity is caused due to the presence of suspended solids. So turbidity also increases during the monsoon season. So mainly the turbidity is caused due to the addition of sand, clay, silt and other dung materials and various other pollutants along with rainwater from the surrounding area enter into the pond. So it makes the water more turbid during monsoon season. And high turbidity during monsoon may also due to the inflow of storm water from the surrounding area. And moving on to the indirect effects. Mainly there are two effects. That first one is plankton crash and second one is accumulation of organic matter at the pond bottom. Moving on to the first one, that is plankton crash. So when the factors like temperature, salinity, alkalinity, pH, etc. changes suddenly during monsoon season, it affects the plankton activity. So as a result, it will also reduce the plankton activity and may lead to plankton crash, which occurs usually within 2 days of heavy rainfall. Then the thicker the bloom, the faster the plankton will crash. Then the second one is accumulation of organic matter. So how this accumulation of organic matter taking place in monsoon season? Let's have a look. During rainy periods, shrimp will not feed normally, but the farmers keep providing usual amount of feed into the pond, so it leads to overfishing. feeding. So as a result of overfeeding and during monsoon season, the bacterial action slows down gradually so that it allows the organic matter to accumulate at the pond bottom. They are not making use of this organic matter, or the bacterial action will be slows down during this season. So as a result, organic matter tends to settle at the bottom of the pond. And as there is excess organic load in the pond, bacterial population will start to sudden very quickly. They used to suddenly blow. So these are the indirect effects, that is plankton crash and accumulation of organic matter. These are the indirect causes of monsoon due to heavy rainfall or prolonged rainfall. So we can sum up by concluding that during monsoon season, as a result of monsoon effects, there is a decrease in temperature, pH, alkalinity and salinity, and increase in turbidity and wave action. And at the same time, in the indirect way, we can say that plankton crash and accumulation of organic matter at the pond bottom is also taking place. Thank you.